creating the podcast, starting stream. All of these things are people that they can see. But I think what I want to talk about, and this is something which I never talk about, is getting your self-confidence back, going down and feeling like, fuck, I think I've lost it all. Resigning.
हेलो नमस्ते सत श्री अकाल आदाब अस्सलाम वालेकुम अल्लाह जिस भी तरीके से आप ग्रीट करते हो उस तरीके से ग्रीटिंग्स. और ये पॉडकास्ट के लिए आई वाज वेटिंग फॉर क्वाइट सम टाइम नाउ एंड हियर आई एम विद दीक्षित जी इन दिस पॉडकास्ट. I actually wanted to talk about the journey of a brand, how to take a brand from this thing to that thing, gaming and streaming. But I like the way conversation led itself to self-confidence, self-reflection and building your dreams and aims and discovering yourself. So this podcast is all about self-confidence, self-reflection, self-awareness and how to get into the journey of your ambition. Just hang on to it and listen to it. In the end, please comment below because the comment will make sure of my next podcast date. So इतने ब्रेक्स के साथ में बोला समझ गए होगे आप इम्पोर्टेंस. आप लास्ट तक सुनिएगा and here we roll.
You want to sit there? मतलब which is your good side?
आपका प्रोफाइल
मेरा good side ही है ऐसा मुझे लगता है. Which is your good side?
नहीं
आपका good side. तो हमेशा अच्छा लगता है.
मैं gypsy is always good.
So मेरा ऐसा कोई good side कभी था नहीं. But like जितना often मैं कैमरे के सामने आते गए तब तक मुझे realize हुआ कि shit dude मैं इस साइड से बहुत ही बेकार दिखता हूँ.
So it was a self reflection या फिर somebody
told me.
Sarvagya.
That's why. I was like मैं ऐसे नॉर्मल बैठा हूँ चल रहा है conversation चल रहा है. like क्या हो गया? इधर आ. उस दिन बहुत hurt हुआ. like क्यों कैसे क्यों? फिर मैंने shoot के बाद पूछा like क्यों? I think this is not your good side. I was like shit. और ज़्यादा hurt हो गई कि लड़की ने बोला.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is a point.
Oh fuck, is it? Oh my god.
This is Paricharcha.
This is Paricharcha. Nice. So I'm so happy to have. So happy to be here.
I am glad.
It's a privilege to be on your show, Paricharcha with Harsh.
It should be the other way around, no? I should be saying it.
Oh yeah,
having you, you know.
Please go ahead.
So it's good to have you, Dikshit ji, on my podcast, Paricharcha with Harsh. This is our audience. So this is my second video podcast that I'm doing right now.
Beautiful.
And Paricharcha, you know, we just, you know, we were talking about what Paricharcha is and how we are going to move forward. And, you know, you gave me some tips about, you know, masala about podcasting, how to make it a better recipe.
Bro, I don't think I can make you a better podcaster. You already are. Because 3 साल से तू you are doing, bro, 2 साल से तू you have been into the podcast game. It's just पहले वो solo podcasting था. Less episodes tha, but you were in there. So I mean, like, I'm nobody to like tell you about podcast, but yeah.
No, but it's good to listen from brothers rather than, you know, whenever it comes from a good friend, it's really appreciable.
That's true.
Because other people will always appreciate you or they'll just pull you down.
That's true.
It's, you know, nice to hear this.
Correct. I'm happy that कि तूने consider किया कि वो at least Sari can be in the podcast.
Oh,
like it's my like
typical Dikshit ji line.
Like go actually take. No, for real. Because like I'm recording a podcast with him. I'm recording a podcast with him. I was like okay, great. हमारा भी number कभी आएगा. One day I'll make it, and I've made it in life. I'm on your podcast show. Like for real, it's so pleasure. It's pleasure.
अरे No. Anytime you can come. It doesn't matter.
सब बोलते हैं. मैं वैसे सबको बोलता था. But I didn't mean it. I know.
I mean it. आप फोन करिए हम वहाँ होंगे. अभी भी रात को बैठे हैं.
रात में 11 बजे.
11 बजे हम लोग बैठे हैं पॉडकास्ट.
What a night.
तो ये जो जर्नी यहाँ तक आने की रही आपकी वो कैसी रही? Like how it has been
in life.
In general for sure अभी.
मतलब मैं जहाँ हूँ अभी. Oh, I think I should give a little bit of like introduction of myself. What I do.
Yeah, I think I was first getting, you know, glimpse अभी कहाँ है life में, then I'll put out.
Yes. Do you want to like go ahead and explain it?
No. So I think I'll give you a brief, then he'll tell you like what he does, because I think I'll just over exaggerate because I really admire what he does right now. So Dikshit ji, he was. he was my college senior and we were in a very, you know, well name, like, how do we put it? It was good college. ठीक है.
It was a good university.
University.
That's how I run away from it. It's a good university.
So we met there in college. Right now he's working with Under25. He's heading the gaming, ESports gaming sector.
Okay.
He has worked with Witty Feed, Stage. What was this app? I think the Coin Switch, and different brands and influencers. And he has his own podcast, Just an Opinion. And
plug.
Yes, plug. So we on Paricharcha, we are here to have an opinion with
Smooth
Dikshit ji. Yes,
smooth. Nice. Accurate, bro. काफी accurately बताया. But like I never worked with CoinSwitch. Like all the other brands that you took name of, those were like just our clients. We worked for them, but like I never
worked directly for.
No, I was directly working with them, but I was not full time working with them.
But you worked with them.
Yeah.
I mean, some भावना है. Technicalities तो पेपर पे होते हैं.
Correct. परिचर्चा में नहीं होती. परिचर्चा में कोई टेक्निकल बात ही नहीं करेगा.
Yes, for sure. नहीं टेक्निकल कर सकते हैं.
Technical hush. New YouTube channel coming soon.
Yes.
Technical hush.
We'll review different gadgets of Dikshit ji which he does not use.
Oh my god, that's so good. Let's not go there. But yeah, bro, it's a fucking pleasure to have. Like be here, as I said. And what you said is right. And the question that you asked was, Hindi, English?
No, English.
Oh, perfect.
English, yeah.
तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा आपके podcast में. But I mean, like the life journey has always been like full of ups and downs. I remember having the same conversation during lockdown with you. And at that time, life was different. उसके पहले, when I was an engineer, just like both of us like were engineer.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Noida, ऐसे regular engineering वाला job करने. Then I came back. Then also we had the same conversation like fuck क्या हो रहा है life क्या? Because I knew from the beginning कहाँ जाने का, but didn't know how to get into it because there's no contact. Like there's absolute no contact. It's just like एक ऐसा dream है जो पल रहा है अंदर कि like fuck ऐसा कुछ करना है. We have to be there, somewhere. But it's always like it always seems like very far-fetched. Like यार ये इतना possible भी है, मैं क्या overthink कर रहा हूँ mind में. But I feel like slowly last 5 years have been very kind after engineering and realizing and taking a big switch, which is a big career switch, and convincing my parents and everyone like this is not what I want to do and this is what I want to do. Even starting from the basic but always keeping the vision very high कि like at least वहाँ land करना, even though I have switched but now I have to go there. Meanwhile creating the podcast, starting stream, all of these things are people that they can see. But I think what I want to talk about, and this is something which I never talk about, is getting your self-confidence back, going down and feeling like fuck, I think I've lost it all. Resigning from your previous company and saying like I want to go there, so I have to leave one thing behind and want to like catch the next thing. So उसमें तुम्हारा सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस गिर जाता है, खत्म हो जाता है, सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट खत्म हो जाता है कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, क्वेश्चन, सेल्फ डाउट इतना भर पल्ले आता है दैट उसकी कोई बात नहीं करता है. पीपल सी लाइक योर लाइफ इज फ्लोटिंग, यू आर डूइंग दिस दैट, बट लाइक द अदर साइड ऑफ इट इज कंप्लीटली डार्क. बट दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. बट वेयर आई एम राइट नाउ, इट्स लाइक that's what it's very great. It's like this is where I've always wanted to be, but this is not where I want to stop. So I mean like अभी भी journey start हुआ है. It's like it's अभी तो कहीं से 2 कदम भी नहीं चले हैं. But it has been great. But full of like
ups and downs. Like sine curve, sine wave.
Exactly. It's like whatever जो भी engineering का term, yes, exactly. छोड़ा है हम वो गलियाँ 5 साल पहले, but हाँ, it's been a sine wave जो कि, but yeah, I mean that's how it has been. I don't want to sound very dramatically sad, but ऐसा होता है. I mean like the reason I am telling this because we know ऐसा होता है. We have talked about it. Yeah. So that's how it has been.
Taking this self-confidence thing, forward, and so getting out from school,
correct,
taking PCM in a junior college, as they say, in Bangalore. So getting into like higher secondary and then going to college. Having this constant dream of I don't belong here. So how did you build that confidence of coming into, you know, maths and getting into engineering, but your mind was hammering you ki
Correct.
क्या कर रहा है?
Correct.
उठ।
100%.
So how was that, you know, what was the phase like?
I mean, self confidence की सबसे ज़्यादा तब बचती है when you're like dreaming too big and you're scared to tell people this is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know, right now I can say, you know, I want to do this and I'm saying this to a right person and you might believe, oh, this is actually what you want to do. उस टाइम मेरी सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस की बात ही लगी, इनफैक्ट किसी की भी सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस की बात नहीं लगेगी. सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस की बात तब लगती है जब लोग बोलते हैं कि मुझे ये करना है बट दे कांट से इट आउट बिकॉज इफ दे विल से दे विल गेट जज्ड. सो वो जो टाइम था, स्कूल का टाइम था, इट वाज दैट टाइम बिकॉज उस टाइम सपने बड़े थे, लाइक ये करना है बट लाइक द फ्लो वाज लाइक कि ओके बेटा पीसीएम ले लो, इंजीनियरिंग करना है, दीदी ने भी करा, तुम भी करना है, सोसाइटी कर रही है, सब अच्छे रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे, डॉक्टर बन जाए चलो. सो आई मीन लाइक द फ्लो इज दैट for the people around you. And now all of a sudden you want to say ये नहीं कर रहा है यार, मेरे को तो content filmmaking या want to do something which is very creative writing, all of that, like I want to explore. because एक 16 साल के बच्चे को क्या ही पता होता है, उसको बस gut feeling होता है. तो वो gut feeling था, बट उसको मैं कभी भी ऐसे एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाया कि वो मुझे डिजिटल मीडिया में जाने का है. Because I didn't know that was a career, bro. At that time मुझे पता ही नहीं था. तो एक gut feeling था which was that, and I was too afraid to share that gut feeling because मेरे को structure नहीं था सब बताने का. So self respect का मस्त लगा हुआ था. But like later on I knew, like जब मैं first year engineering में आया, then I realized कि there is a media course right there which happens, and this is exactly what I wanted to do. So लगता है self confidence का, लगता है मेरा भी लगा था. And the reason I'm sharing this story because like a lot of people can relate to it, because in our mind a lot of things makes a lot of sense which we call gut, and I just like hold on to that gut. That's it. I just held on to it and somehow that gut feeling got me here. So self confidence भले ही गिरे, but वो gut even होता है ना कि like when you are doing something wrong, you know it's wrong, but your mind says oh it's wrong, this is right, this is the other side is right. सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस का लग चुका है, बट अंदर से यू नो व्हाट्स राइट एंड व्हाट्स रॉन्ग. सो व्हेन योर माइंड सेज समथिंग, आई थिंक यू शुड जस्ट कीप फॉलोइंग दैट. सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट तुमको हैमर करेगा, तुमको रोकेगा कि ओ व्हाई एम आई डूइंग ऑल ऑफ दिस, इट्स ओके, दिस इज अ इजी वे टू गो, व्हाई डू यू वांट टू गो. बट लाइक it's great to like sometimes hold on to your gut feeling and letting your self respect and self doubts come on along the way, and like just let it be there and choose a different path. So yeah, that's how it has been for me in a school times. That was always there. Like I wasn't verbal, but I just knew it. Oh, that is something. That's all.
So coming to college, getting to know like ये हुआ,
correct,
you were exposed, and I think that was around 2016 when Jio revolutionized everything. और सब कुछ ऐसा था कि अरे भाई अब तो एक महीने का नहीं, एक दिन का है. तो how did that boost you? और उस टाइम keeping in mind कि engineering चल रही है, माँ बाप ने पैसे लगा दिए हैं, ये भी करना है, meanwhile वो engineering life और college life भी enjoy करना है. इस बीच में क्या mindset build हुआ इस चीज को लेकर? How did you get exposed to this digital field of creation and content?
So I feel like if you say like एक digital में कैसे हुआ या content में कैसे हुआ, then again it's a very specific thing to say. I wasn't aware of these things. I wasn't. I just knew, oh, I got a camera. I love to be in front of it. I can write great stories, shoot great stories, write content, try stand-up. Would love to write a rap also if needed. I can also write a ad if needed. If I hear a song, hear a ad on the radio, it's like, oh, I can write it better like this. Watching a video and realizing, oh, I could have done it better like this. This was the mindset. So of course exposure was there, but like again fitting into a structure, be like, oh, अब content ज़्यादा exposure हो. 100% जियो आया, उसने एक होता है ना कि अगर एक आर्ट है तो आर्टिस्ट को इंस्पिरेशन की बहुत ज़्यादा जरूरत होती है टू क्रिएट एन आर्ट. इंस्पिरेशन केम बिकॉज ऑफ जियो, because you got exposed to a bunch of more creators, bunch of more people doing great shit on internet. So 100% that was there. But I mean, that was it. That was the only change. But the only constant thing was like finding out things and like, oh, I can do it. Oh, I can try it. I can give it a shot. Like not a lot of people know this, but like I have also tried stand-up. At that time, yeah. So उसमें एक आध दो open mics हुए थे. So I don't used to tell people that I'm going for an open mic, but I wrote like a couple of open mic things because I saw it on internet. Thanks to Jio, that people are doing the stand-up open mic thing in Bangalore and Delhi and Pune. But it was a very small scene back then. I was like, okay, fuck, Indore में open mic हो रहा है. Let's just go and give it a shot. I gave it a shot.
How was it?
I was okay-ish. Some jokes landed, some didn't. But I just wanted to try it, and I did it. So that's how it was. Just like being there, but still not figuring. Oh, this is gonna be the platform. This is gonna be the final destination. This is where I want to put everything. It was never like that. It was just like, oh, creative mind flowing and letting it flow. That's how it was for college. Exactly. You have seen me.
Yeah.
I think you have seen me
not
more than
being
anyone
a
else.
stand-up comedian.
Oh, I did like a lot of things,
but
yeah,
the videos that you created for our fest and beyond that, your personal vlogs and everything. So you can check out his vlogs as well, guys.
Oh my God.
He is. I mean, मुझसे बहुत अच्छे ज़्यादा vlogs हैं वो. मैं इतनी सी मेहनत नहीं करता हूँ. मैंने vlogs में भी बोला है, just cut and edited and I just put it out because जैसे अभी कहा ना कि you want to present things in a very artistic manner. मेरा अलग है. मेरा ऐसा रहता है कि मैं इतना एफर्ट एडिटिंग में नहीं डाल सकता हूँ. बिफोर हैंड जो भी चल रहा है प्री प्रोडक्शन वाली चीज़ है ना, लाइक लिखना हो गया या उसको शूट करवाना हो गया टू गेट इट विद अ बेटर व्यू एंड एंगल और कुछ भी ऐसा हो, आई कैन गो विद दैट. बट वो एडिटिंग मेरे लिए स्ट्रेसफुल है. इतनी देर बैठे सो इसलिए मैं पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन वाली चीज़ में नहीं. मैं उसके पहले जो करवा सकता हूँ मेरे एंड से वो कर लेता हूँ. तो एक्चुअली अपनी व्लॉग्स की भी बात हुई थी. आई मीन ये चीज़ें हुई थी और आगे बढ़े. तो जैसे कॉलेज टाइम में अभी एक चीज़ आपने कही ना कि स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी ट्राई किया, इट वाज ओके. और इसके साथ साथ कॉन्फिडेंस तो बिल्ड हो ही रहा था कंटेंट इंडस्ट्री में.
लाइक मतलब होपिंग लाइक ओ आई कैन ट्राई. लाइक इफ आई एम टचिंग समथिंग इट्स मूविंग, सो लाइक ओ लाइक थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग. So I can see on that front, like it wasn't like blowing up, but like oh I can also do.
It was building up. It was getting its roots set now. तो जियो के साथ में तो ये जब चीजें चल रही थी, कॉन्फिडेंस धीरे धीरे नेगेटिव से वो जीरो पे आया और जीरो से जब वो ऊपर जा रहा था, हाउ डिड यू फील अबाउट इट? लाइक उस टाइम पे कुछ ऐसे पॉइंट्स रहे होंगे ना जहाँ इंजीनियरिंग मिक्स हो रहा होगा कंटेंट में, तो और वो कंटेंट में इंजीनियरिंग मिक्स हो रहा है, साथ में कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट हो रहा है और ये आप 3rd 4th ईयर में आ गए जब प्लेसमेंट्स का हो रहा है. तो व्हाट वाज दैट लाइक? क्योंकि कॉलेज की भी इसलिए बात कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि अपनी जनता अभी कॉलेज से जस्ट निकले 2-3 साल हुए हैं, अपने को भी बाहर निकले हुए, तो वो फेज कैसा था, वो वाला फेज जब ये सारी चीजें मिक्स एंड मैच हो रही थी?
सो आई वुड से कि मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल, जस्ट बिकॉज आई यूज्ड टू डांस एंड लाइक डू ऑल दीज अदर थिंग्स ऑन द साइड इवन इन स्कूल, it was never like negative.
Okay.
It was always on top.
Okay.
But when you put a spotlight on someone, confidence starts to like go reach it. So when you put yourself on the internet, it's that like, oh, now my confidence is gonna get tested. So it was coming down. Like, oh, am I good enough? Am I not good enough?
But you start comparing with the
with your own older version of yourself.
Older version creators that you admire.
Correct. So in college, like in 3rd year, I feel like I think like all the faculties and everyone like completely abandoned me, like oh ye banda, even you remember like this guy, the senior guy never comes in college ever. Like so 3rd year you asked 3rd year mein kya tha, so like for after 1st year I stopped going to college, like after 1st sem, and all was what I was doing was like learning how to edit, learning how to do graphic design, learning how to like talk better in front of the camera, how to present yourself, how to build a brand, how to do digital marketing, like bunch of things that I like self-learned. So I mean like 3rd year was that year where I like put all these things to a test.
Okay.
And I feel like the perfect point was getting into a fest. You remember?
Yes.
So like 2 साल से एक बंदा है, वो कुछ ना कुछ कर रहा है घर पे बैठ के, कुछ ना कुछ सीख रहा है, and like I never got a platform to like actually putting it on, because like I was too scared to put it on my platform because like spotlight is on Sarvagya all of a sudden. The best part was putting it on the college and working for college. So I think like 3rd and 4th year was the best one, where I just came to college not to attend lectures, but just to do fests. So from running around and getting the graphics done, or putting the brochures for the fest, designing the logo, making video content for college fest,
And
shooting
for the weekend.
Every single thing that like, I've learned it, now I'll just implement it. And I think third year was my first project I would say.
Okay.
That I did for like Citronics.
Okay.
And that blew my confidence. I was like, again, like, this was all in my mind. Now I've learned something. Now I'm like slowly putting it out there. And people are accepting it.
Nice.
Am I a fraud? No, I'm not a fraud. Like, I have learned it. So like, I'm putting it and like, things are getting approved, and what was getting designed on my 4 GB RAM ka laptop is getting printed onto like a 50 feet billboard holding. It's like,
amazing dude.
I was like, मैंने ये tutorial YouTube पे सीखा था, and like, people are accepting it. People are like happy. This is a great logo. This is a great icon. And leading, like, getting students and like getting them volunteer. Like, it was a great feeling. Like, I have actually like cracked something. Like, it's so easy to learn. I feel like this is also because like people never tell you that you can do it by yourself. Like, people are always like, there's a standard procedure that you have to go through. You have to take like a proper digital marketing course and certification. It's all bullshit. Like, I never got into any certification course or like anything like that. But it was always like, I want to learn this. I want to try this. There should be a very simple procedure. Like, you just write it, give yourself a couple of hours, give your heart and soul to it, and just put it out there. That's the best way to like learn and present yourself and see where you're making mistakes. I think that's the easiest and the best way to learn. Going through a procedure and being like, I want to learn digital marketing, so I'm gonna get like 3,000 rupees ka course first, 5,000 rupees ka course first. I'm gonna go through all the videos, make the proper notes. I never made notes for graphic designing, bro. Like, there's not even a single paper exists in this घर जहाँ पे मैंने graphic designing कैसे point number 1 Photoshop. No, it's always the flow. So I mean, like, this is what I learned, and like when I learned this, it was like a game changer for me. Because after that I realized, you can live your life with no set of rules also. You can just attain the flow. So I give this example. I'm sorry, I'm really going ahead with the thing, but like both of my jobs that I got into were done through cold emails. Like, it was never like what we are taught, like, in 4th year, like proper resume update. It's great to have. Yeah, you do all of that, and this is the only way to go forward. It's great. It works for the masses. But if you feel like you want to try like a different way, it's completely fine to send a cold email with your updated CV, make it as entertaining, as fun, as simple, whatever the class that you're going for, and send it directly to the CEO or the founder of the company. जो company तुमको hire करने आ रही है masses में तुम्हारे college में, specifically engineering college में. What if there's one creative guy who can just make a website, specifically hire me because of all these reasons, and send that email to the free CEO or the co-founder and tweet it to him, and he'll just see it and like, okay, this guy seems very different, this girl seems very different, like he or she is using very different way to approach life and reaching out directly to me for a job. 100% I would have. So I mean, like, life is very different. And it like, people tell you to do a very different way of living life. So I mean, like, realizing there's no particular way of living life. You can do whatever. 3rd year was that, and 4th year was that, and I think that thing is still with me. People call it like, you're being impulsive. You're just like doing random shit. I mean, like, that's what got me here, and I'm like so happy. Like, I love that energy, like impulse and gut. And just going forward and not thinking twice. You should think twice before you send the email. Read it. I'm not saying you just be an animal on the internet.
I agree. But you should be very impulsive while you're taking actions. If you want to do it, just do it. Like Nike.
100%. Just please sponsor. So
would love to have
100%. So like, when you get to know that the notion of life is very simple and people are just making very hard and like forcing systems on you.
There are no set of rules.
There is no set of rules. You can play your own game.
Even मैं और मेरा दोस्त अभी बात कर रहे थे जो लाइफ होती है वो एक्चुअली ये है। इसके पहले आप स्कूल की लाइफ जी रहे होते हैं, दैट वाज स्कूल्स लाइफ जो 12 साल की होती है, फिर 4 साल की आप कॉलेज की लाइफ जी रहे हो, दैट इज कॉलेज लाइफ। And after you get out of school and college,
that's when you see the real life.
Yeah,
that's when you see the this is where like.
तो हम लोग मतलब मैं अभी बात कर रहा था उसके साथ, I put it like यार लाइफ तो अब शुरू हुई है। अगर तो अपन बोल रहे थे लाइफ हो गई, फर्स्ट ईयर में दोस्त बनते, सेकंड ईयर में छूट जाते, तो लाइक लाइफ देख ली ब्रो मैंने, लोग ऐसे
नहीं देखा ब्रो, सेकंड ईयर में कुछ नहीं देखा, ट्रस्ट मी, इससे भी बड़े बड़े पत्थर आने वाले तेरे लाइफ में अभी।
बट लाइफ उसके बाद ही शुरू हुई। तो कॉलेज के आप क्योंकि एक बाउंड्री में, एक इंस्टीट्यूशन के अंडर हो, तो उस हिसाब से आप लाइफ जी रहे हो।
दैट्स ट्रू।
बट व्हेन यू कम आउट ऑन अ ओपन फील्ड, that's when your life gets really hard. अब किस तरफ जाऊं मैं?
Exactly.
अब गोल कहाँ है मेरा? अब क्या?
That's something that you only have to figure.
Exactly.
So, like even in college and school that you're giving example, 100%, it's very curated experience for you. Oh, first sem, then you give exams, then you get the results, then you get beaten up by your mom and dad. Great. Then you go for the second year, then you get the bags, then तुम्हारा break was. It's like a very curated system for you, right? It's same for everyone. But like after. When you're out of a system, you're like, oh, I don't know which exam where to give. I only have to set my, like as you said, like I have to only pick my goal and like work towards it. That's when you start learning more.
Exactly.
So I mean, like that's one part. It's crazy.
एक चीज बस अभी मैं सोच रहा था, it was not in my mind, but अभी जब इतनी बात हुई, तो like you were learning about softwares, you were learning about different, you know, edits and everything. तो क्या यही चीज थी जो कंप्यूटर साइंस में घुसा है? क्योंकि मैं मैकेनिकल से हूँ, मैं मैकेनिकल और ये वाली फील्ड का तो कोई लेना देना नहीं है, बट क्या यही वाली चीज थी, या वो बस उस टाइम कि हाँ भाई सीएस बढ़िया चल रहा है, सीएस में जाना है?
I mean like simple philosophy again, like if you're getting into something and it's not of your choice, at least try to be the best, get into the best version of that, at least. I'm not saying it. My parents said, like engineering बन रहे हो, best engineers CS and IT वाले होते हैं. I didn't say it. Yeah, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. They forced it. And when I get to hear like, oh, this is the best in class, like okay, let's go for it. Like what's bad? And I really wanted to go for mechanical for real. Like,
really?
I really
this is first time I'm hearing it from someone.
No, it's 100%. Like because I love like mechanics and cars and like I had that some kind of like back-end key. I think rather than like sitting and coding, I think this would be more interesting and more creative to like build something of your own like in real life. And I used to see like mechanical people doing like the real things with their hands. It's amazing. Like that's what intrigued me. But like they're like, oh, some placement नहीं होता, like oh shit. Again logic. Why logic? I hate logics. But yeah.
This is not gate.
This is not. I mean like yeah. So they're like, this is the best in class. Okay, so the best in class done. Let's go.
Agreed. Yeah. Wow.
That's what it was.
Wow. I mean, now let's get out of college.
Yeah,
that was a nice place
college.
that because that really got us into contact. वो अच्छी चीज थी.
That's true.
But जैसे दो चीजें अपन लेके चल रहे हैं ना अभी, कॉन्फिडेंस और कंटेंट.
Okay.
Two C's of.
वो मुझे नहीं पता ये लेके चल रहे हैं, but done. Let's see. Confidence and
मेरे
content.
को सही चीज लग रहा है. See, even because I feel ये कॉन्फिडेंस वाली बात अपनी भी पहले हुई थी. जैसे ही कॉलेज खत्म हुआ, life started. मैं कुछ ट्राई कर रहा था. You were into a conventional IT job.
Oh, I used to see a guy. Let me tell you about your story, bro. I used to see a guy in college, okay? And I was like, I used to just talk to my friends, like, oh, we'll make a video like this also me. And there was a random guy out in the corner of the college who has the tripod and DSLR and like, hey guys, welcome to Gypsy. I was like, oh, there's one more person like this here, huh? There's one more person. And that's how I got to know you. Because tell me one more vlogger. Tell me one. I don't consider myself as a vlogger, at least of now. But like, you're the only person with the camera and like your, I don't know, your energy of like, oh, we have to shoot. Yeah. So I mean like, that's what like got me into like, oh, there are more people. It's great. That's how I noticed you.
Oh,
it's great. So yeah. And like I was like super shocked. I was like, he's a junior and he's doing it. Oh my god, एक साल उसका ज़्यादा है मेरे से. Oh my god.
But you know, I took a gap from like between college, school and college.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Took a year of gap.
What?
Yeah.
मेरे को ऐसा क्यों बता रहा है? How old है?
So 25.
Oh, I'm 25 too. Nice. Why was that gap?
जैसे अपन बात कर रहे थे, I wanted to really figure out, मुझे कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था. Even JEE बहुत बड़ा रीजन था कि मार्क्स नहीं आएगा. I was like कि क्या मैं लेके रोक के देख सकता हूँ. And by that time, drop year लिया था. और मुझे भी ये ऑटोमोबाइल साइड पसंद था, मैकेनिकल का. That's why I got into this engineering. And I was preparing for UCEED. उस टाइम आया था undergraduate course for designing. That was from IIT Bombay. That was the year they started, the course.
Okay.
So I was like कि ये भी try करके देखते हैं.
That's crazy.
So I tried all of this thing, but ended up having an engineering degree of mechanical, which I think turns out to be a pretty well decision,
100%.
Because like we were talking, we don't know where life will take us.
Correct.
It's system that takes it for that point of time. It's you.
That's true.
तो मैंने वो gap इसलिए लिया था कि यार वो समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था. और I think वो gap में भी मैं, because we were teenagers उस टाइम पे, तो वो होता है दोस्ती यारी में ही वो year निकल गया. इतना पढ़ाई लिखाई नहीं, इतना वो नहीं.
Life is like that only, bro. कब आता है कब ज़्यादा पता नहीं चलता. But during that feel like, oh my god, कब से चल रहा है, कब खत्म होगा.
वो gap year अच्छा था. Like I felt like it was good.
Yeah, that's good. I think I really need 1 year off. I really need 1 year off because I didn't do it. Now when I look back, because like most of my like friends are still like getting into job now.
Yeah.
They had their like आराम से अपने PG भी कर लिया, chill भी कर लिया, lockdown में chill. I mean like I'm happy, I'm blessed that मेरे को ऐसा gap नहीं हुआ अभी तक, and it's just flowing. But I feel like it's been like 25 years of my life that I'm like non-stop. I'm just working and like studying whatever, bro. Like this has always been a flow. I really feel like I need 1 year, and that's when I thought last year that I'll resign. I'll just take 1 year off, and that was the plan. Ki I'll just resign from my previous company, take 1 year complete off, and do streaming and podcast and content for a living. Not because I want to earn out of it, but I just want to take a break, and this is gonna be like my chill creative break for a year. And then I didn't do it. I resigned in December. January I was in Bangalore. I was like, but yeah, I mean like, I still need it. Like
even I took it after college, if you remember. That was the period of lockdown.
Correct.
Get into conventional job, or I did not sit in for interviews.
But you were doing so many things, bro. You started your startup and all, bro.
Yeah, I did it. Like, but it was in 21, so
correct.
Again it was like 6 to 8 months of break.
Right.
Where I was beating myself up कि तू कुछ नहीं है, तू कुछ नहीं कर सकता. That's the phase, no? So even we had a conversation about that as well. Right. After having started my kitchen, I was about to shut it, and we had a conversation about
That's
it.
True.
तो मैंने तो फिर वापस से पी लिया है, और उसके बाद तो 25 years, ouch, 25 का हो गया हूँ मैं. बूढ़ा हो रहा हूँ.
दाढ़ी नहीं आ रही है, बूढ़ा हो रहा हूँ. That's also stress, bro. दाढ़ी नहीं आ रहा है.
नहीं, फिर वो ब्रांड कोलैप्स कैसे करेंगे?
चिकना दाढ़ी, चिकना प्लीज स्पॉन्सर. Oh my God.
मिल जाएंगे, इन्होंने एक बार बोल दिया है. यहाँ कौन आ रहा है?
बियर्डो आएगा, बियर्डो.
अरे
ओके, नहीं सीधे नहीं, you have to beep it.
बियर्डो नहीं ले सकते हैं.
अरे बस oh please बियर्डो. I mean like look at the sexy.
अब तो दीक्षित जी ने बोल दिया है.
Look at the sexy ass beard. You will perfect brand for that.
ठीक है, इतना ऊपर नहीं जा. अभी जाएंगे वहाँ भी आराम से.
जाएंगे.
तो अपन बात कर रहे थे जैसे how was this like conventional job में जाके how were you keeping yourself motivated, like, और वो content और confidence को कैसे साथ में लेके चल रहे थे coding के. So 3 C's together: coding, confidence,
and content. Oh, I never thought it like that. Coding और I think coding, I was not doing coding. So first second year coding try करा, I couldn't do it.
After college, when you were in job?
So I always looked out for like non-technical jobs.
Okay,
clear game, bro. अपना game चलाओ तो. तो technical है but non-technical में जाएंगे. Because like I didn't do coding much, and there were some companies who were kind of like, oh come, we'll teach you, we'll train you for the coding. Like, so I was like, I know जब ये होना ही है, जब वो सिखाएंगे पैसे दे के, तो मैं क्यों जाऊँ सीख के. That kind of message. So I didn't look at coding at all. Content were always there, but like I never saw it as content again. Like it's a bucket. It's just content. Now when I say content, you think about a video on the internet. That's what you think. But that's not how I used to think. I used to think a film, a short film, and a podcast, like very specifically उसको mention करना, niche out, very niche out,
manifesting things,
content
very ये वाला.
Like I really thought, like at one point in time I thought like, oh, I wanna create, like I wanna direct films, like legit. I like went into that deep of like I just want to become like a full-fledged movie editor. That's what I thought. But like it was never a content for me. It was never just content. So it was like that. But I like kept on learning. That learning is still going on. Now like I'll just say, because it's 2022, it's almost ending.
Almost.
I feel like, and I heard this from one of my colleagues, and he was like, by the time of 2026, 2028, आधे से ज़्यादा लोगों के रिज्यूमे में होगा, they know video editing and graphic designing and little bit of this and this, because like it's very easy to make video content through your Instagram itself. So I mean like being a video editor is not gonna be like 100%. Like there's one like very professional level of editing, there's very creative level of editing, and there's a very basic level of editing. I feel like by the time of 2025, 2028, it's gonna be like in the CV of maximum amount of people, like, oh, we know how to do graphic designing and video editing, because it's so easy now. You can do it on your phone now.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you always have to level up.
Yeah.
So for me, it's gonna be like AI and like all of those things. Like you can create some epic shit through AI.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a graphic designer.
Yes.
We talked about it also. Like so I mean, like it's gonna be a very Vaisa thing. So content was there. I was learning that. I'm still learning that.
So it's like content है ना, वो C साथ में बैठ रहा है, इसलिए मैं content
100%.
अगर like it's
a constant learning.
Yeah.
So we can say it's a constant learning. Again, C. So at that time it was content, video editing and all of that, but and shooting and filmmaking. And other C was
coding.
Coding को साइड में
Confidence, coding and
confidence तभी आता है जब you learn things and implement it. So that's very easy. So एक चीज़ को साइड में पढ़ दिया, एक चीज़ को तुम साथ में लेके लर्न कर रहे हो, तुम सीख रहे हो, तुम like हर दिन कुछ नया एक्सप्लोर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, तुम बड़े ड्रीम्स देख रहे हो that you're going to do this, you're going to learn this and you're going to be there.
Yeah.
That gives you confidence. Simple.
Like manifesting जो सब बोलते हैं cliché की.
Yeah, it's very it's so used now, but like 100%. I 100% believe in manifesting, but I feel like if you like just overthink and over manifest a lot of things and don't work for it, it's not gonna come your way. Like you can't just be like, okay, एक दिन मैं बड़ा आदमी बनेगा, तो नहीं बनेगा bro, क्योंकि तू सिर्फ बैठ के बोल रहा है. Like you also have to put in work. So when people say manifest it, it's great that you like see a dream and then you work towards it, because now you can see the goal. Now you just know where to shoot, what you have to shoot. You can't just be like, oh, goal चला जाएगा, मैं बैठा रहूँगा. नहीं जाएगा bro. You have to get up. You have to like put in some work, and you might eventually land there. So confidence always comes when you like put in work, and manifesting and all of that, it comes automatically. So unless and until you sit on the edit table and be like, oh, you know, आज मैं बहुत मस्त वीडियो बनाऊँगा, भले 2 मिनट का होगा, but it will be a very sexy, cute, whatever story time, short film. You keep on doing that thing, and then you all automatically see like, oh, if I can do this, I can also do that. I can do this, and then I can also do. That's manifesting in a real way. And when you do this, when you keep on doing work, automatically confidence will go up. It's a very like a parallel thing.
Yeah.
But if you'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna shoot a film one day, bro. तुमको कैमरा पकड़ना नहीं आ रहा है, and you're just like talking big, won't make you
talk big, but act big as well.
Yeah, I mean like first act,
then
think.
Talk, yeah.
Then think,
yeah.
And if you think, then you'll talk. So I mean like first act, just act. Send the email that you want to send. Approach the people that you want to approach. Do the things that you want to do. That's it. Just keep on like just learn things that you want to learn. Just be there in the game. Automatically you will start seeing things. That's what you will start manifesting, and that's how your confidence will also grow. People will say really stupid shit and really bad things about you. They said the same thing to me also when I was not in the college and like a lot of things. But like it shouldn't affect you because you know where you're heading. And everybody's journey is very different. So like how your journey is completely different from all the people that were your classmates. My journey was completely different from all the people that I had in my life. it's okay if people don't believe in your vision and your dreams. I am getting very emotional, but this is the reality.
No, I agree.
And you can relate to it because people would say stupid shit, but if you know what you're doing, which steps you're taking, and in which direction you're moving towards, I think that understanding you're happy now, bro. I mean, like, that's the simplest way to live life. That's it. So those are all the C. Keep learning. So
Constant
learning. Coding is important if you're an engineer, but if you don't want to code, just like keep it in the corner. And confidence will automatically build if you constantly learn. So act. Yeah. So I mean, that's the CC of life. C++, C sharp. Oh my god, sorry, coding programming language.
See, engineering does not get out of you. Once you are an engineer, you are an engineer.
I mean, like, it's great.
Even while we were talking, you know, मुझे ये भी आया एक दिमाग में कि how engineering, taking back to college,
correct.
कि engineering you study maths, you literally study logics, you try to, you know, put in different things. तो क्या ये जो logics, ये जो maths, ये जो engineering का, does it really help in this?
Yes. It helps problem solving, bro. I mean, like 100% helps. Even though I'm not the best math guy, but I would say कि when you see logics and the way things move, I feel like it also improves your thinking ka way. Because then you start thinking in structures, you start seeing real life in structures and logically. LHS equals to RHS 100% सीखा है, but then you actually see equality, casteism, feminism, equality. Like these are very philosophical. Yeah, but like in real life you actually see what's actually equal, what's quantifiable.
Yeah.
Like we say like cost. I've seen this joke and I've cracked this joke so many times. Like तुम cos का sin थीटा करके क्या करोगे? तुम कुछ नहीं करोगे. But like it's just like it gives your brain to like think logically. So 100% maths है.
Even वो reflex ले आता है, वो एग्जाम 3 घंटे में आपको इतने क्वेश्चंस करने का रिफ्लेक्स आ गया, वो एनालिटिकल थिंकिंग का.
और रियल लाइफ में भी आती है, रियल लाइफ में इम्प्लीमेंट होती है ब्रो 100%.
मैंने लाइक इवेंचुअली मैंने अभी ऑफिस में भी कलीग्स से पूछा था, दे वाले कि कहीं मैथ्स काम नहीं आता, क्या ट्रिग्नोमेट्री काम आता है, बट आई वाज लाइक नहीं, वो लॉजिकल थिंकिंग में आपको बहुत
लॉजिकल थिंकिंग में काम आता है.
एंड जब वो यस आया ना, आई वाज लाइक यस मैं सही ट्रैक पे हूं
100%.
बाकी सब भी सही ट्रैक पे,
क्रेजी ट्रैक,
मैं भी सही ट्रैक पे हूं क्योंकि सबकी जर्नी अलग होती है लाइफ में इसके. तो ये फेज जो ट्रांजिशन फेज रहा लॉजिकली देखें तो कि ये ट्रांजिशन फेज था जब आईटी इंडस्ट्री से एक नए पूरे ही नया एवेन्यू था वो जहाँ पे गए, और
पता ही नहीं कैसा था,
विटी फील्ड था वो.
that was witty field, correct.
So how was it like? First of all, एक चीज बहुत कॉमन, like people who want to start with this thing, so we'll start with that thing also कि अप्लाई करें. एक तो कोल्ड ईमेल हो गया, है ना. तो जब वहां से छूटे कन्वेंशनल आईटी जॉब से, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड योरसेल्फ अ कंपनी और पीपल दैट यू विल वर्क विद, एंड you know what was your approach with them? और वो अगर कोल्ड ईमेल था तो कोल्ड ईमेल में क्या सोच के लिखा था?
I mean, it was never like I'm gonna write a cold email to someone. It was never like that. It was just like finding the most creative and the most like shortcut way, and like not being very formal and going to the office and like, hey, can I get an interview? Because everyone does that. So I shouldn't come up like that, right?
You took a little unusual.
I took a very unusual, harsh way. It was like finding right people, networking, and like basically connecting dots. So like, okay, do I know someone from here? How can I approach them and be very nice and gentle, and they shouldn't feel like I'm a really horrible person and you know I'm gonna do some harm in their company. Like, okay, very approachable, very easy to, and collect all the data that you have. For example, if you're here, then we know that you're gonna talk about something. If you're going for an like potential job kind of situation, they would just ask which kind of job do you want, what do you have, and why should we hire you. It's coming your way. You shouldn't just go like, oh, I'm not prepared, I'm just here, voila, like take me. So you should be like one step ahead always. So I was like, okay, I'll just collect everything that I have abhi tak. If I don't, I'll create some more things that I can show them, and like it would be a proof of work. when you have everything ready, collected, you're well prepared basically for the things that are about to come your way. You have to be a little optimistic also that it is gonna happen, but now if it's gonna come, I'm gonna be ready with my preparation. It's done. Then you start, I tell you, this is what I did. I made list of almost like 50-55 companies.
Oh,
I
nice.
emailed all of them. Like it included Filter Copy, TVF, like every single name that you can like think of. AIB was big that time. A lot of Instagram pages were there. Scoopoo was there. Wittyfeed was there. Like I just going on their website, finding their email address on their YouTube, Instagram, whatever, doing like a direct and sending them mails directly from up to down.
Was it just a copy paste or it was
But
different?
like very keeping it very personalized. So like, oh hey,
Yeah.
if I know the HR ka naam, so that it's customized. It shouldn't feel like, oh, I'm spamming their inbox. And like being very actually
Genuine.
like intent.
Yeah. Agreed.
Intent was there. So
Yeah.
intent, I kept the intent, and I think right people, right network, right kind of approach, being ready and being prepared, and that's what landed me. And saying yes a lot and no less is also a great thing. I knew it ki like, oh, at that time money isn't very important. So I said in the interview like, oh, I work for free, just keep me because I'm here to learn. Like I want to learn. Please use me and like teach me what you guys do so that I can just like get a glimpse of this side of the industry because I'm so locked out. I just to like play a bigger game and want to like do big things in life. Paisa wala hai kamane. Just like please let me in and give
Expose
me
myself now.
Yes. Oh, please expose myself now. Well, like kind of like just let me in. I'll learn. I'll adapt. I'll see. Even if you'll give me the shittiest job, and I have done the shittiest fucking job. You have seen some of the videos.
Really?
I didn't like it. That was not my time. But I did it because like
It was not a shittiest job. बहुत लोगों को सपना होगा शायद वहाँ
I know,
पहुँचना
but for
है.
me it wasn't.
हाँ.
But I was very unsatisfied. But I was doing it because I had to. There was no other option.
Because you wanted to get exposed.
I wanted to get exposed. So yeah, I was not the happiest person doing all the other things. But I was like, okay, whatever opportunity has come, it's a blessing. I'll just take it. Keep your like head down and keep on working for few more years until you learn something. You build a little bit of self-confidence. You learn also about the industry. And then you can like switch, do whatever you want. Then you can try your own thing.
It's like
Whatever.
जब हम लोग ये बात कर रहे थे ना, so my father used to say one thing, मुझे एकदम क्लिक हुआ ना, जैसे वो बोला कि just keep your head down, start working, then you have got to face the जो मेरे पापा कहते थे कि बॉम्बे लोकल होता है ना, भरा हुआ रहता है बहुत ज्यादा, और अपने आप पहले वो नगर सेवा चलती थी इंदौर में, तो वो बोलते थे कि तुझे सिर्फ पैर रखने की जगह ढूंढनी, अगर तूने पैर रख लिया तो अंदर तो तुझे बाकी सब ले जाएंगे. So it's like you need to just put a step into it. If you put your step into it, be ready that this industry will get you in. So but you need to keep that step. You need to make that way into that industry. So
you have to put in some work. Don't manifest like, oh मैं एक दिन डब्बे के अंदर घुसूंगा, तू नहीं घुसेगा bro, पाँव रखना पड़ेगा.
अपने घर पे भी बुकाती होगी bro.
So like yeah, that's the long and short of it, like just.
अच्छा अपनी एज में बहुत अच्छा है, चल बॉम्बे तुझे माँ से मिलाता हूँ. वो वाला सीन के लिए भी manifest करने के लिए you need to put in work.
100%.
Because
and
in different ways.
Intent should be right. I feel like the intent should be right.
Actually.
Like if you just be like, oh, don't keep your standards way too high always. And the reason I'm saying put your head down sometimes because it's needed sometimes in life. And sometimes it's completely fine if you're unsatisfied. Because when you're the most unsatisfied person in life, that's where you start saying, oh, this is not where I want to be right now. And this is where I want to be right now. So it's very easy to see where you want to be. And then you start working towards it. So I mean like, that's the long and short of it.
Nice.
That's it.
Wow.
काफी गहरी बातें कर रहे ब्रो, तो क्या आदमी निकाला गया अंदर से.
नहीं मेरा एक और सीरीज चलता था AM कॉन्वर्सेशन, अब रात हो गई. नहीं इट्स जस्ट ये वाली चीजें होती नहीं है क्योंकि ये बातें आप चार लोग के साथ में नहीं कर सकते. इट्स लाइक व्हेन टू पीपल अलाइक माइंडेड वो बैठते हैं, then and only then you can really talk about these things because then you get on a similar level on a platform where you're comfortable enough to share with people
Yeah.
कि यार ये अपना वाला है, इसके साथ मैं पूरा ओपन हो सकता हूँ, इसके साथ इंटेलेक्ट की भी बातें कर लूंगा तो जज नहीं करेगा मुझे.
Correct. And I feel like there is nothing like intellect or like very logical. I mean like just people like think, oh, if you think too much, like too deeply about life, it's like, oh, it's so bad. Like it's not, bro. I mean like this is the best kind of conversation that I would love to have anytime. Over chai. It's the best thing.
चाय मुझे मना नहीं करना था ऐसा.
No, but I'm saying like people run away from these kind of conversation and people feel like ki, oh, it's not relatable to them. But I feel like they just haven't seen the life in the depths yet. That's why they are like feeling very. So most of the people like who would be listening to this are like, क्या बकवास कर रहे हो? Like when you really feel emotions, that's when you feel like, oh, this conversation is so needed. I really wish I had someone like who I can talk about like all of these things. When you're on a journey, that's when you like come towards this kind of a conversation. So I mean like 100% you have also seen life if you can relate to it. 100% like all the people who are like listening to this right now, they also, if they can understand, they're like, oh, we have been there in those shoes, that's why we can relate to it. But for 80% of the people, they're like, oh, just give us some masala, bro. Just give some entertainment. Tadka, who's this guy talking about? Like, I mean, like, it's very important. It's very important for some people, and for those 20 people, it's very important that we keep on talking about it so that more people will get enlightened towards it, and they can work hard to it. Everyone will be successful.
We want to make people successful. We want कि ऐसी परिचर्चाएं और हो.
Yeah, dude. And thank you so much, by the way, for real, for getting the other side of me out. I wasn't ready for it.
नहीं, I mean, जैसे मैंने भी कहा ना, इट्स लाइक कि जब वो सिमिलर माइंड, इसलिए मैं इतने टाइम से पीछे पड़ा था और मैं इतने सारे लोगों के साथ में इतनी जल्दी कंफर्टेबल भी नहीं होता. अभी पता है ना, आई वाज लाइक पहले तो ऐसा था कि हाँ बात करते हैं यार, वीडियो निकाल लिया, ये कर लिया. बट उसके बाद व्हेन सिस्टमैटिक लाइफ आई केम आउट ऑफ दैट कॉलेज लाइफ से, तो आई स्टार्टेड लाइक कि नहीं यार, इसके सामने मैं अपने एम्बिशंस बता रहा हूँ, ही और शी इज जस्ट मेकिंग जोक आउट ऑफ इट.
करेक्ट, दैट्स ट्रू.
मेरे जोक वो हैं और उनके गोल्स मटेरियलिस्टिक ज्यादा है. मेरे को गुची लेना है ब्रो, इसलिए मैं 2 महीना वहां जाके काम कर लूंगा.
That's great to have, like it's great.
Like what's the end goal of it? आपको क्या satisfied feel हो रहा है उसको लेने के बाद लॉन्ग टर्म में? क्या वो 2 महीने की हसल आपको खुश करवा रही है? एक प्रोडक्ट एक बार लेके आ गए घर पे, उसके बाद शायद आप पहनोगे भी नहीं उसको, क्योंकि आपने लिया इतनी मेहनत से, महंगा है, तो उसको बस ऐसे डब्बे में देख के आपको खुशी थोड़ी ना होगी. Unless you know keep on sweating every day और ऐसे और डब्बे खड़े करोगे, तो materialistic goal is good to have. And you need to have yourself discovered before that. और जब वो हो जाता है ना, फिर ये materialistic goal तो पीछे अपने आप आ जाता है.
100%.
जैसे for example you relate ना, अभी जैसे अपन लोग करियर में हैं, you started with IT, you started with exposing yourself on different avenues और free में काम करना, but now you're like कि अब materialistic point of view से भी इतना दिक्कत नहीं है. कंटेंट वाइज तो और क्रिएटिव साइड वाइज तो अब इतना एक्सपोजर है कि यू आर हेडिंग अ ई-स्पोर्ट गेमिंग टीम लाइक ऑन अ नेशनल इंटरनेशनल लेवल. लाइक इट्स अ ड्रीम फॉर पीपल. तो
it's a dream for me also. Like sometimes I'm like, am I doing this for you? I'm like, am I doing this for you?
Wow. तो we'll have another conversation. आप कैमरा पे डेट दे दो कब, या मैं बैंगलोर आऊँ, कब आऊँ ये बताओ.
Wherever, like actually like ask people. Let them comment. Let them tell you in the DMs.
I agree.
And the moment like whoever one will like get the most amount of likes will do it on that day. 100%. Whichever comment.
So please, I know we are just starting up comment. but जितने भी लोग हैं नीचे डेट कमेंट, और ये मत करना कल, ऐसा मत लिखना कि कल परसों. थोड़ा प्रैक्टिकल, like 2 months, 1 month down the line, 3 months down the line, ऐसा कुछ करके. So we'll again sit together and we'll explore the other half of ourselves.
Oof. It sounds so sexual. Exposing other half of ourselves. 100%.
अभी मैंने ये सारी चीजें अभी सीखी थी जिस पॉडकास्ट से पहले कि क्या कर सकते हैं. मैं तो ऐसा था हाँ बोल लेंगे अपन लोग कुछ. मैं इट्स लाइक कि नहीं ऐसा करते हैं ब्रो, ऐसा कुछ ट्राई करते हैं. लेट्स ट्राई टू गेट परिचर्चा इनटू अ प्रॉपर फ्रेमवर्क. जो कोशिश करी है, लेट्स सी आप लोगों को कितनी पसंद आती है. मुझे तो कॉन्वर्सेशन पसंद आई है. आई होप आपको.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I hope अपने को लोग ऐसे नहीं देखें कि क्या बोल रहे हैं? I'm just scared of that.
वो लोग देखें, बट जब वो 30 साल के हो जाएंगे ना, जब उनको लाइफ हिट करेगी उनके लिए, देन दे विल थिंक यार ये लोग 25 में ऐसा कर रहे थे, फिर इन लोगों को रिग्रेट होगा कि यार मैंने क्यों नहीं किया। तो आप रिग्रेट में मत जाओ। मैं अभी दोस्त लाइक अरे ये मेरी बात हो गई थी, मैंने एक दोस्त को कहा कि ऐसा चीज होता है, तो ये उसने कि तूने तो मुझे रिग्रेट में डाल दिया ब्रो। मतलब तू रिग्रेट में तब जाएगा if you will not learn out of it and grow out of it. If you will learn out of it and you'll start implementing, you'll not regret. If you'll just think of it and you'll not act, जो अभी हम बात कर रहे थे, manifest करोगे, काम नहीं करोगे तो manifest नहीं होगा। वो सिर्फ आपकी लाउजीनेस को दिखाएगा, लाउजी कैरेक्टर जो है, हाँ बस बोलना है भाई हो जाएगा, वो डैडीज गर्ल ऐसा वाली चीज। तो I mean जब तक you'll not start acting on your goals ना, अगर 30 में भी हो 40 में भी हो, क्लीशेड लाइन है ना, नंबर एज इज जस्ट अ नंबर। स्टार्ट वर्किंग यार, और जल्दी जल्दी वर्क करो ताकि परिचर्चा में आ सको। और पॉडकास्ट के लोग चाहिए हमें। तो आई अच्छा एक चीज और भूल गया मैं स्टार्टिंग में बताना, ही इज गेम स्ट्रीमर एज वेल, लाइक वो गेमिंग स्ट्रीम्स भी करते हैं प्रॉपर वाली। मुझे गेमिंग में आइडिया भी नहीं था, बट आई यूज्ड टू वॉच स्ट्रीम्स और मजा आता था। लाइक वो एक छोटी छोटी बातचीत, आई डोंट नो इफ यू नो और नॉट, एक क्लिप के तो एक किसको आपने दिया था कि मुझे इसमें से क्लिप्स निकाल के, तो ये पूरी स्ट्रीम में से, एंड आई वाज द पर्सन हु गॉट द टाइम स्टैम्प एंड एवरीथिंग।
ओह या आई रिमेंबर, करेक्ट आई रिमेंबर दैट।
2 वीडियोस के तो मैंने निकाल के दिए।
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच।
तो आपके सारे हैंडल्स को मैं नीचे प्लग कर दूंगा।
थैंक यू भाई।
इंस्टाग्राम सर्वज्ञ दीक्षित के नाम से जस्ट एन ओपिनियन है, स्पॉटिफाई एंड ऑल ऑडियो प्लेटफॉर्म्स, यूट्यूब पे जस्ट एन ओपिनियन मिल जाएगा आपको। और अंडर 25 में अभी काम कर रहे हैं, तो देखते हैं हमें अपॉर्चुनिटी कब मिलती है ऐसी पॉडकास्ट बनाने की ऊपर वहां पे। Are you going to invite me?
100% bro, come to Bangalore. Summit is happening.
Oh,
March. Can I plug?
Yeah, sure.
So summit is happening on the first week of March. Please, early bird tickets are out. Please go buy some. I'll see you there in Bangalore.
Sponsor करेगा Under 25 हमसे?
I don't know. Write in code email maybe.
Code emails. Okay.
Done.
Nice to have you. Nice यार, बहुत.
Thank you. I think it was my like. One of the greatest experience, 100%. It was good, bro. I loved it.
मैं एक क्वेश्चन और पूछता, but next time
पूछूंगा। I mean, like,
how do you feel to be on the other side of it, like
that's
from hosting to being a guest?
It feels like a dream come true.
अरे
Thank you.
चलो, see you guys. Bye. Take care and drop the date in comment section ताकि हम लोग बैठ सकें वापस।
100%.
अब तुम्हारे हवाले हमारा नेक्स्ट पॉडकास्ट।
Let's go.
Bye.
1 million views. Let's go.